Hey everyone, welcome back. Well, today I'm talking about some favorites for the month. I actually skipped last month because I had kind of done all those best of 2018 videos. So we're jumping right back in this year with some favorites. I have makeup, skincare, lifestyle, which basically means anything like clothing, TV, books, you name it. You guys usually like when I wrap everything in together. So we're gonna start off with skincare, and this is my cleanser of choice that I have been using for almost a year. I think May will be a year, so you've probably heard me talk about it if you've been around for a while, and if not, and you're new, hello, welcome. Be sure you subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. So this is from a company called Beauty by Design. So this is the Purify Cleanser, and again, I love it. This is my, I wanna say the third one maybe, or fourth, I'm not sure. So what this is basically personalized skincare. It's the coolest concept. You have your own like online esthetician. What you do basically is take a little quiz online on their website. You snap a selfie, barefaced, and you send that to your esthetician, and then she sends back personalized skincare for you, like cleanser, treatment, whatever you may need. I loved having that one-on-one with her because you guys know I have a lot of skin issues, kind of go back and forth, but under the makeup, there are definitely issues going on, and she could see that right away. So it was cool that we could chat about that. And it's something to this day, I can still send her a text if I'm needing new product or wanting to switch out a product. So I love, again, that personalized service. So you're looking at mine here. And again, the first one is the cleanser. I use the Purify 142. That's something, that was recommended for me. And it tells you a little bit about each product. I love the way this is laid out because not only is it laid out by product, but it gives you the key ingredients. So for instance, mine, it has like green tea and lemon extract and things that are basically going to tone the skin, but also calm any anti-inflammatory and soothe the skin. And it tells you how to use it. I love just how it's broken down, gives you that picture of it, so it's really pretty. I'm looking at my phone here. And you see, again, all the key ingredients in it. So Beauty by Design is actually offering my viewers a 20% discount, and the code is Crystal20. I will put that here, and there's more information in the description box. So if you just click that show more, it will open up the box and give you the direct link that you can use with the code. I just think this is a really cool concept. I wanted to bring it up again because I am still using the products. I think so many of you would benefit from this for many different reasons. One, if you can't afford to go to a dermatologist or esthetician, you still have that experience and that one-on-one. So moving on to foundation, I wanted to talk about the Wonder Beauty. This is the Nude Illusion Liquid Foundation. I actually did a get ready with me video on this, showing this. I'm not wearing it today because kind of an old favorite new that has crept back in is I'm just wearing the CC cream today. And I have had a cold off and on for the whole month of January, the beginning of February. Just one of those back and forth. And I just wanted something easy on those days I still needed to go out and run errands. So I have the CC cream on here, but I absolutely love this foundation, and I have worn it so much when I didn't have a cold. And you guys can see that video. I will link it below to see how it applies and how much it covers. I had a lot going on at the time of when I recorded that video. So I just love this. I think a lot of you will love this, especially if you have dry skin, but you want full coverage. But then again, if you have combination skin like I do, it still worked well with putting a powder on over it. Now, I mentioned this in that video as well. I don't like this with the foundation. I prefer like a beauty sponge. But since I talked about the CC cream, I've been loving this with the CC cream. It definitely gives me like a fuller coverage. Normally I use like just a flat top kabuki style brush. This is a little bit rounded, but it's definitely more dense. Super soft. And then this end is actually great if you want to use it for concealer under your eyes or powder touch-ups or something. I've used it for all kinds of things. So I absolutely love this brush, is why I wanted to bring this up again, because it's been great with the CC cream, but you guys may love it with this. All right, this is a fairly recent purchase, but I already love it and want to talk to you guys about it. It is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Blush. She recently made the eyeshadow palette and the blush permanent to the line. At one point it was just like a special edition, and some of us, weren't lucky enough to get it at that time, but this is the Pillow Talk blush. I am wearing this today. I absolutely love this. If you guys like blush colors that I like, you're gonna love this. It does have a slight sheen to it, as I believe all of her blushes do, but it just looks really pretty on the cheeks. I don't even have any highlighter or anything going on in the cheeks. I absolutely love this. I think so many of you would love this. Again, talking about what I have on, I had shown, I think my camera might have shut off in that get ready with me video, but I got a lot of compliments and questions about my lip combo. So I've been switching it up a little bit, kind of in the same look. And I'll tell you what I'm wearing and what I was wearing in that video. So that video I was wearing, I believe, Mac Whirl. I'm not sure. A lot of my liners look the same, so I can get away with several different ones, but Mac Whirl has been a go-to. And I will line my lips or fill in my lips. Most of the time I fill them in. And then that day, and what I have on now is the Huda Beauty, this is the lip strobe in Angelic. So I had heard Lisa D1 talk about this a while ago, and when she talked about it, I was like, oh my gosh, I need that. Well, then I was gonna buy it, I'm like, wait, I have that. So I had already had this several months back, and I'd used it a few times, you know, like most things, it gets put away, but this is beautiful. This is a little small size. I think I got this with a kit or something, but I'm wearing this in the center of my lips. I had it on that video, and I think that's what so many of you noticed about the lip color. This looks gorgeous over so many colors. It just gives that really pretty, I don't know, just nice look to your lips. It reminds me of, was it Trendsetter? A gloss by, it was a gloss a long time ago we used to wear. Today, and what I've been doing, I'd say most recently, is wearing Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude. I've fallen back in love with this. Never fell out of love, but just been wearing it a lot. So I'm wearing that today. And then I've been putting a nude, pink nude lipstick over it. Now, what I have on today is this one from L'Oreal. I actually got this in Scotland. And they don't have some of the same colors here, so I'm sorry if you can't get it, but if you're in the UK, maybe you can. So it's literally just the color nude. And they used to make one like that here in the US. So it just looks like this. Has a really pretty satiny finish to it. What's similar though, here in the US, and you guys know I love this, I've talked about this for years, is Jennifer's Nude. This is the J.Lo one. So it's a similar color, that really pretty, just kind of pink nude that I love, looks flattering on me, and then I have this over it. So I'm telling you, this over everything, it's that perfect pink nude pouty lip that I love. So loving those lip combos. Last thing for beauty, and then we'll get into the lifestyle. So I have been wearing, I went through a long spell where I wasn't painting my nails. Some of you even commented on it. You're like, I haven't seen you paint your nails in a while. I just kind of got out of it. I was kind of over it. I've been keeping my nails really short, which I still do. But two polishes, and this polish line in general is really what I want to talk about because I need to get some more colors. I had mentioned this back, I think, in late summer or early fall. They had sent me some, and I talked about it then, I remember, maybe on Instagram. But this is London Town, and it's lacquer color by London Town. Now, it's a little hard to find some places, but it's becoming more and more popular. You can get it on Amazon, you can get it on their website, you can get it on, I think, at Anthropologie. I'll list wherever you can get it below. This is what I have on my nails now, and I've been wearing this quite a bit this winter, and this is Lady Luck. And then this one, oh my gosh, I couldn't stop wearing this after they sent it to me. This is like the perfect color. It's that really light pink lavender. This is in Briolette, and I absolutely love this one as well. It's like a gel type color without being thick. You don't need anything special or foil or anything to get it off, and it lasts. And it's like 9 free or 11 free. You know, back when it first came out, it was like, oh, it's 3 free, you know, without all the chemicals and junk in it. This one's like almost as much as you can get. So if you're worried about all that, this is the polish line for you. Another thing I want to talk about from that line that so many of you have been asking me a lot, do I recommend a good base coat? Do I recommend a good top coat? Because back in the day, before Revlon discontinued that base coat that we all love several years ago, I was lucky enough to buy several bottles, so I actually still have some. That was like the best base coat there was for making your polish last. And I've talked off and on over the years about the C&D Vinyl Luxe top coat. I really still love that. But another alternative that I've been using with this makes your polish last, gives you a nice shine. Again, it's kind of like that gel type like look, and making it last is the base and top coat by the same brand. It's the Cure by London Town Genius Gel top coat and the nail hardener and base coat. So these are definitely the must-haves no matter what polish you want to use it with, but I think it works really well with their actual polishes. TV shows, The Masked Singer. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I snapped a little photo one night watching TV, and I was like, do you guys watch this? I'm like weirdly obsessed with it. I don't use that word obsessed a lot. It gets thrown around way too much on YouTube for my liking. But I just found myself like, oh my gosh, when's this on? I mean, wanting to know who it was. So the premise behind it is all these singers are in lavish costumes, and it could be anybody. They have their voice disguised when they're talking. It could be anybody from NFL football players to Grammy, you know, singers to actors, actresses, like anybody. It's basically they're celebrities. They're famous people. You don't know who it is. So it's been on, I don't know how many weeks. There's been a few reruns, but you're like dying to know. Like they give you clues, and I don't know. It just becomes so fun to watch. You're like, oh my gosh, who is that? Who is that under there? So it's just a really fun show if you can catch it. And I believe then it was Safe. Is that the name of it? I don't know why I keep wanting to call it something else. On Netflix. Again, if you follow me on Instagram, I asked if people had watched it. Some of you had, some hadn't. I was really into this show. It's only like one season so far, kind of like a little mini series. It has the main actor that played Dexter in it. Now, if you can get over his accent that is clearly a fake British accent, it's just a really good show. I really liked it because, again, I like those kind of like whodunit, what's going on, something happened, and then you just keep getting more and more little clues, and then it has pretty much a twist ending. I had started figuring it out that last episode maybe, or right before, thinking, yeah, maybe, but it's really good. So Michael C. Hall, that's who it is. I don't know, I went blank on his name. So that's really good. Books, one of my favorites recently, and if you follow me on Goodreads, my link is always below. You can see what I'm reading. I don't always talk about them. Like if I read a book and it was just okay, I don't typically bring it up in my favorites, but this one I really liked. So I think for a couple of years now, I've been talking about the Low Country Boil mystery series. I don't know, I first brought it up, I don't know how long ago. Somehow I found them. They were really good. Now, to me, the series has hits and misses like any mystery series. Like you're gonna have some that are better than others. This one was really good. This one was one of my favorites. It was just funny, like the scenes with her family and stuff are funny. And of course, you know, I'm in the South. It takes place, you know, outside of Charleston and in Charleston, South Carolina. So I can hear the accents in my head, like when they're talking. And I feel like you almost need that Southern accent to make some of it seem funny. But I just thought the parts with her family were really funny. I really enjoyed the characters this time and the storyline. It just really got me hooked on this one. So if you haven't read that series, it's a really fun series. So don't forget to check out the Beauty by Design link below, and all the other info and things I've mentioned will be linked below. Let me know what you guys were loving this month, if there's anything new I need to try out, any new TV or books that you recommend. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't so you don't miss any future videos. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.